Hi everybody, I'm Marcie Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. Welcome to Bingo Night. I'm super excited to see everybody. Oops, except I've got my YouTube on and I've got to skip my ads. Okay, so first thing I want to do is remind you to please change your chat to live chat. Live chat will be the most current chat on what's going on, not the people that comment the most, because you want to make sure that you have your numbers ready to go. So make sure you do that. Hello, everybody. Hi, Leslie, Carol, Pamela, Angela, Marcia, Mary, Sue, Yvette, Jan, Barbara. Welcome, welcome. First time playing. Oh, Jan, welcome, welcome. I'm excited for you. It's a lot of fun. You hear an echo. No, don't say that. Really? Was it just during the music, Pam? Yes, Tracy, I sure will. Okay, let me know if the echo is just during the music, because I had a thought about that on the opening, because you have to have the music file with the video, but then I have my mic open also, so I wasn't sure if that was an echo. If I'm having an echo for anybody else, let me know. Sounds good. Okay, good. Thank you. Whew. Oh, good. I've been trying really hard to make this all work. So my opening's new. I was really excited about it. I like it. It's a lot of fun and gives me a second to make sure everything's good. Okay, Tracy, your numbers are 3, 10, 14, 26, and 30. Kathy Garrett, I need your numbers. I emailed and didn't hear anything. Hope I'm at the beginning. Yes, Diane, we're just starting. No echo. Thank you, everybody. You sound like you are in a can, but sounds okay. Your sound intro sound. Oh, thanks, Olivia. I'm in a can. Well, I'm not sure about that. It's the same microphone it's always been, which is right above me. So hopefully that's okay. All right, what are your numbers, Yvette? 3, 5, 7, 21, 14. So if you need your numbers, let me know. The only one I need them from is Kathy Garrett. Sue. 4, 11, 15, 21, 26. And just as a reminder, I don't mind giving them out to you, but just as a reminder, when you pay for your bingo, you get an email registration back that thank you for registering, and there is a CSV file attached to that. If you click on it, it's the form you filled out. Also, just a reminder, when you do fill out your registration forms, please put your state and zip code also, because many people just put their city and me, geography. No, I tried guessing one time and looked it up, and there was like 3 states with the same city, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna guess. And there's no phone number on there to look at the area code, and I really don't want to do all that research anyway. Tucson. So I have been crazy busy with my Christmas class. I have a class in person this weekend, the Christmas in July next weekend, also 2 Christmas classes. I have paper share, I have bingo. My daughter's coming to town in a couple weeks. I have a grandbaby due next month. Life is just a little on the crazy side. And I've been doing 99.5% of the prep work myself. So thank you guys for being patient. Your bingo is ready to go. Just for those that are new, I'm going to explain all about bingo, but I have your kits ready and they're packaged to go. What I like to do is have bingo first, because I pull out the kit, the same exact kit I'm sending to you. I do our bingo, and that tells me if I'm missing anything. I don't want to send you a kit that is not complete. Also, I think it's more fun to sit, relax, visit with everybody, have a good time. Let's play bingo. Let's do some projects. And then when you get your kits, you're going to come back to this video. Okay, and then in the video at the bottom, I will have put a timestamp in there. And it's going to say project 1, project 2, project 3, project 4. Your projects will have a little project 1, 2, 3, 4 on them. And then you are going to create at your own time, your own leisure. You could do project 3 first, project 1 second, whatever you want to do. You can come back to it. The video will be here. And so don't worry about that. So that way you can do it at your own leisure. Now, some people say, I can't make it to bingo, but I really want the kit. That's perfect. My classes are the same price, $35. So bingo's really free, kind of. There's a lot more people in bingo than there are in classes, usually. Not for Christmas in July, however. But you're still getting 4 projects. You're still getting 4 kits. You're still going to get a fun little gifty from me. You're going to get, a thank you card. You're getting everything you would, except you're missing out on the games. And I get that that's the fun part because you want to win. But in case you can't make it, just keep that in mind if you still want the projects. Let's see. There are still some bingos available. If somebody is interested, there's a link below. Make sure you click on July bingo and sign up and pay for it right away and let me know what your numbers are and you will get in there. Okay, so for new people playing bingo, how it works is we're going to create a project and then we're going to play a game of bingo. I have these numbers in here. I will pull numbers out, and as you get a number, you're going to type in a B for your first number. For your second number I pull out, that's your number, you're going to type in BI and hit enter. That is why it's very important to have live chat open so that you can be ready to go and hit enter. Especially when you have BING, because there's probably 5 or more people that also have BING. So have bingo typed in, ready to go. And then as soon as I call your 5th number, you hit enter. If you are the first person to win, you will win $100 shopping spree in my shop. So what you do is you will tell me what you want. I will put your order in, and then I will either send you an invoice and a screenshot of what the total is. Anything over the $100 is what you will pay. So if you want to keep it under $100, go to $97, whatever. That includes shipping, tax, whatever. I will pay $100. Okay? Oh, thank you, Patty. I'm excited to have you. So that's what will happen. I will invoice you the balance over. You pay me. I submit it. So yes, it does have to be in July because these are my July bingos. I try to keep it very clean cut in the same month. So it will be July. You can order on the last day of the month. I wouldn't do that because I have a grandbaby coming soon and I just want to make sure you get it in. So just get it in July and I will get that order in for you. I suggest you go to a 150. Of course, it does help my business, but you also are now the hostess. So you will get the host items. You will also choose your celebration items because I will put your order in and it will go directly to you. So if you win bingo, I want your $100 order minimum. And, it doesn't have to be, but I'd like to pay your full 100 and get your celebration items. And I will get those all in for you. Speaking of celebration, sadly, the envelopes and note cards are no longer. So these items right here, these right here, I got a glare. So these envelopes here are no longer available. They are sold out. Celebration items are while supplies last. If there is something you want, my dog is barking because my husband's on his way home from a golf tournament. So, sorry, somebody's messaging me asking me how do I get into bingo. So what you're going to do is pick all your items out and send that to me. Okay, got my numbers. Hi, Diana. So hopefully that helps you. If there's something in here you want, I suggest you get it as soon as you can, either through bingo or in general, because it's while supplies last. And You know, we never know what's going to sell out and what is not going to sell out and what's going to hang on for a while. So make sure you get your items you want. Okay, so that's it. So we'll do a card, bingo, card, bingo, card, bingo, card, bingo. Okay, so we'll have 4 cards, 4 bingos. And let's see. The next thing is, let me go up here. August bingo is scheduled. So August the 23rd at 5 o'clock. And 4 projects, 4 bingos, 4 prizes, all that good stuff. So make sure you get scheduled for that. And that would be fantastic. Now, that being said, my grandbaby is not due until August 31st. It is our first grandbaby, her first grandbaby. I mean, her first child. It's our youngest. And she lives in Montana. So yes, we're going to Montana for the baby, but we scheduled it 4 days after her due date. We're flying, and that may change. If it does, I will reschedule bingo, and we will do it as soon as I return, and I will do 2 in September if that's what we have doing. We're not scheduled to fly until September 4th, so I think we're going to be perfectly fine on the 23rd. Everything looks on track, and I'll keep you posted if something needs to change. But all else fails, I refund your money, and we just pick up again in September. But I'm going to have it all planned, ready to go, and we will take care of it. I saw that, Patricia. Let me write that down. 7, 13, 25, and 27. So now I think we have 3 bingos left. So if anybody wants one, please sign up for it. All right. Let's see, what else do I have? Trees for sale. I'm going to tell you we're using that stamp set tonight in a bingo. Of course, I scheduled my bingo, did it, had it planned, and then it sold out. It will be back out on the 25th of July. So just so you know, 25th of July, the trees for sale will be back in stock. So it's a great set. I would highly recommend it. But get the tree dies in Celebration. Let me tell you what they are. Page 12. Such a cute set. And so those are the dies right there. So that is for $100. You can get these. I highly recommend that set because it's adorable. Okay, enough of Celebration. Does everybody else have their numbers? Does anybody have any questions about bingo? Make sure you are on live chat and drag your bar. Make sure you're absolutely right where I'm talking currently. And at the end of the recording or the live, so that in case you started late, you are going to be on target. Smart people signing up for August bingo already. Thank you. Okay, are we ready? I don't see any questions. All right. Dolores, that's okay. We are just starting. Do you know the rules of bingo? Basically, we're going to play 4 games. We're going to do projects and games. And then as I call a number that you have, type in a B. If I call a second number that you have, type in BI. And just have it ready to go and hit enter as soon as you see that next number of yours. And when, especially for bingo number 5, you want to make sure you're ready to go so you can win. There will be consolation prizes for the people that don't call bingo first. If it is, you have the same bingo also. All right, I think we are set to go, and I can answer more questions in between. So let's start our first project. Everybody has their numbers, I'm assuming, because I think I've given them out a few. And okay, so let's do our first project. So this one here is our first. I think it's really a great card. Sometimes you're wondering like, oh, I need a sympathy card, or I need, you know, an elegant card for something. This says much love in your new life together. I think it's a great wedding card, but I also think that it would be a great sympathy card. So you can change it up. And I am, see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm just now realizing, now that I'm looking at my cards, that this one, I did not put an inside. I do have my notes for you so I can give you measurements, but I do not have an inside. And that's okay because I will add it to your package, so don't worry about it. All right, so there's the card we're gonna make. And this is what your kit's gonna look like, project number 1, okay? So let's open this up. See, I already have to write myself a note because I don't want to forget to add the inside of your project. Okay, number 1, inside. Sorry about that. That's what I get. So let's pull out our goodies. We're going to move our gems up and our thread. All right, we have our card base. Oh, I did do it. Yay, I'm not as crazy as I thought. Yay. All right. I was just making a bunch of items for my in-person class this weekend, so I've been jumping back and forth between Christmas and regular. Oh, also, I wanted to ask you guys, what are you interested in for the August bingo? Do you want a combination of Christmas and not Christmas, like the annual catalog? Do you want just annual catalog? Let me know what you are thinking that you would like. Now, you could add a piece of your DSP at the bottom on the inside of the card. Sometimes if it's a sympathy or a wedding card, I don't always do that because I want to add, you know, I probably want to give them well wishes or, you know, sympathy, I'm really sorry, blah, blah, you know, you want to write a little bit more than just, hey, have a great birthday. So sometimes I don't do that in the inside. With a card like this with gorgeous DSP though, I would probably do a matching envelope. Either stamp something on it that's elegant like this or add the flap on it, you know, whatever you choose to do. Okay, so we have this for our main stamping. So we're going to be stamping on this, but let's go ahead and add our DSP. So we're going to add the bottom first. So what I want to do is I wanted something that was a little simple and something that you could create quickly if you needed to. So sadly, we're going to put our seal right here over this gorgeous paper. And there's so many pretty papers in this DSP pack. And this is, of course, the Splendid Thoughts stamp set. It's just really, really pretty. The weird thing I have to tell you is these stamps do not stamp directly in here or even remotely close in my opinion. So I don't know how I would, I don't mind if they're not very close, but they gotta kind of be somewhat close, right? Okay, so the secret to this is do your bottom one and then do your top one. Then you can kind of gauge the two in the middle. If you started at the bottom and you worked your way up, you know, and you put one here, let's just say you put one here, and then you put one here, okay, and then all of a sudden you realize, okay, these, let's just say you do them kind of close. And then you have this one and you're like, okay, but now I've got all the space up here, so, you know, just kind of think of that. Okay, we want the green, we want the purple. And this is going to be at the top. So I always do the top next. Okay. So holiday catalog with some fall in there. Okay. Perfect. it's really hard for demonstrators, especially if we do videos, because the holiday stuff comes in, and of course we want to play with it because before you know it, it's going to be gone. But then sometimes you're like, somebody will ask you something about the main catalog, and we switched over to holiday so quickly that you're like, oh, the main catalog, was that still current, or do we still have that? Or, it just gets a little overwhelming, I have to say, sometimes. But I am all for the holiday catalog, because the more I come up with and play with it, the more I have ideas about what I want to do for my Christmas card. And then don't forget, in the main catalog, there's still some amazing Christmas stamp sets in there too. Some new ones and some that stayed. So, all right, so now, and then I just kind of figure out, which way do you want it to go? Like this plant looks like it's going that way, but this one looks like it's going that way. Okay, I'm going to pull this a little closer so I can kind of gauge it here a little bit. And then just try to make this space and that space the same. And then you have this one, and now you can kind of just gauge this a little bit. I probably put too much space right there, and that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. But up here I want them a little bit, spread out. And I did make that one a little bit too close, but that's okay. So just kind of, spread them out a little bit. Okay, so these are, I put 2 by, oh, okay, so we have, this one is 2 inches by 4, and these are 1 by 4. So I think I'm gonna do, it really doesn't matter, it's so close. Okay, so I don't want to get my head in here. So now just kind of get that to be as even as you can. Now we're going to move this over, and let's do some stamping. What will this video be labeled? July Bingo. It's listed right there below the picture. It's July Game Night Bingo. Okay, so now we're going to use our 2 stamp sets here. So I like to do the text first. So we're just going to take our white piece right here. All right. And I'm just going to line this up and put it towards the bottom here. All right, so there's that. And then this one I used crumb cake. And then you want it to kind of take up a lot. And I just want the stem to make sure my stem is off the page, because you want it to look like it's coming onto the page versus it just floating around there at the top. So just make sure that your stem is off. Notice I'm doing the easier card first. All right, so here we have that. So let's go ahead and we'll glue that onto our, oh, there it is, our panel. Another way, Diane, is on your registration, it tells you what day bingo is. And so whenever you go to my videos, just look for the date and it should be there too by that. But I usually always either put game night or bingo or both of them in the topic. Sometimes they tell you not to put bingo because YouTube will not put it towards, the top. because they think it's gambling. And so it's kind of, that's why a lot of people will put game night or something like that. But, you know. Okay, so I'm going to make my little bow. And I did just a 2-1, and you can just wrap it and then tie it, whatever works for you. And I got to remember how many bows I did here. Oh, I just did one. Okay. So I'm going to do one. And of course, again, I have a bow video for those of you that are new. You'll see me. Usually I make your bows for your cards. This one's a little bit different because it wraps, but you can just tie it like, you know, regular. So I'm just going to put my bow right here. So I need a glue dot. Okay. So I'm just going to put that like right about here. And then I'm just going to wrap it. Okay. So 3 times. So here's my bow. Okay. And now I'm going to bring my bow down here and just tug it. So now it's going to be tugged right into that glue dot that was right there. And I'm going to add another glue dot. So I just get another one, and then I come from up here and I just tuck it under there and then push my bow back. So now my bow is kind of exactly where I want it. And I'm just going to cut that. So this is, let's see, I want to make sure because it says red and green, and I do not have red and green on here. So 3 by 4 it should be, yeah, 3 by 4, and then 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So that's our panels here. And let's go ahead and put some dimensionals on here. Hi Julie, how are you? Hi Laura. Yeah, it's a really pretty bundle. This is the one that we got from, if you signed up for that Creativity Now. And ooh, if it's a bigger panel, I like to put one in the middle. Now, of course, you could just wrap your thread and then just tie it in a bow. So whatever works for you. All right, so super simple. You can also pop a little color on there. Now, I have to tell you, I think the color in this is soft sea foam, but when you use the ink, it just didn't match that well. And so that's why I chose to go with the crumb cake, because the soft sea foam just was kind of not looking that great. These are from, I think I used them all. These are from the new Festive Gems, and I think I have them sitting somewhere because I'm using them on a project. But the Festive Gems, I love these. Festive Pearls, that's what they are, the Festive Pearls. So just add your 3. It's good to do them in like a triangle. So I'm just going to do that, and there we go. So that is card number 1. Super simple. I did, hard to say, maybe on the 18th it was off. Oh yeah, it was. Oh, Julie, everything is fantastic. Busy, but fantastic. All right, so that is project number 1. Super simple, nice but elegant, perfect for like a sympathy card or a wedding card. You know, just kind of, you know, whatever you're looking for. Use your DSP. It just makes a world of difference on cards. And I just love that I'm using way more DSP than I have in the past. So get that DSP out and use it. It just saves you so much time in not having to emboss and, you know, do all that. So super fun, easy, quick card. All right, there we go. So for those of you that just joined a little bit late, we're getting ready to play our first bingo. So let me know if you need your numbers before I get started. I'm finally getting over my cold. Thanks, you guys. You know, there's 2 of you that said it seems like I have an echo, but it's the same volume that I've always had, so I don't know why. Now that I fixed it, I only have one microphone on. So it's really weird. Okay, so it's time for bingo. Yay! Oh. So let's get ready for bingo. Move my stuff out of the way here. All right. Make sure your live chat is on. It didn't switch back to pop chat. I'd love it if you guys give me a thumbs up and subscribe and share and all that good stuff. You never know, we might get some more people who want to play bingo. All right, so here we go. Thanks, Denise. First number is 26. There we go, 26. I'm really sorry about the echo, you guys. I don't know why. I have one microphone on and that's it. Let me just double check. Oh, let me try something. Okay, I did something. I don't know if that's going to help be any better, but my volume was on and it might have picked up something. All right, we got B's already. Number 12. Number 12. Julie, let me know if that's any better now that I turned my sound off. Maybe there was a weird echo or something. Number 2. Number 23. Okay, good. Thanks, Pam. Pam, I got your email too right before I went on, so I will message you when I'm done. All right, next number. Ooh, Angela has a BI already. 22. 20s must be popular today. 22. Okay, good, Julie. I don't know why. I'll have to listen back and see if I can figure that out. Ooh, sorry. Excuse me. Oh, cold is barely hanging on, but still there. Okay, number 1. Huh. $16. Thank you, Jan. Ooh, some BIs coming up. $17. When we get a little closer, I'll slow down a little bit. As you guys know, I do captions, closed captions, so there's a little more of a delay than normal. All right, next number, 18. Oh, look at that, 16, 17, 18. Oh. All right, so we've got Denise and Nancy with the BI. Angela has the BI. Jan's on the board with the B, and Mary and Linda and Pat. And 28. All right, I got some more people on the board with their B. $29. BI for Pam, BI for Olivia. Mary's on the board. Carol's on the board. Ooh, Nancy Lee has a BIN. Number 5. BI for Mary. I'm going to get my paper over here so I can write everybody's stuff down. And a 20. And 6. Jan, I'm guessing that's a BI. There we go. Number 30. Number 30. BIN for Mary. Ooh, 30 was a lot of people. Eileen has a BI. Dolores, Mary, Sunny Girl. Okay, I can't remember who that is. And I don't have your email in front of me, but good job, BI, Tracy, Dana, Shelly, and Linda. All of the BI. Okay, number 3. Okay, BI, BIN, Eileen, Angela. Ooh, Nancy Lee with the BING. Next number is 13. 13. B-I-N-G for Eileen, Pam with a B-I-N, Linda B-I-N. Ooh, you guys are getting close. Okay, let me shake them up. Next number, 21. Of course, the way the delay goes with closed captions is if I called number, let's say 13, and because there's a lag, I try to wait just a little bit before I go to the next number. But if somebody says bingo and somebody bingoed on this one and they called it first before this person did, this is the person who would win. Just so you guys get that. All right. Lots of B-I-Ns now. Next one, 24. Angela has a B-I-N-G now also. So we're looking at Nancy Lee, Eileen, and Angela. All have a B-I-N-G. So we have 24 now. So I'm going to just move these a little closer. Although I have a feeling somebody's going to go soon. Thank you, Shelley. It's funny, sometimes I look at your guys' emails, I'm like, oh, what a cute email. And then you don't remember. Ooh, Linda's got a B-I-N-G now. All right, next one. 27. 27. Jan with a B-I-N. Anybody with an O? I'm going to wait a minute because I'm a number ahead of you guys. I just want to make sure if there's a B-I-N-G-O coming up. Olivia has a B-I-N. Ooh, Denise is now on with the B-I-N-G. Time to take a drink. Oh, Patricia has a B-I-N. Okay, continuing. Number 10. Number 10. Boy, this one's making you guys all work for it, isn't it? Number 10, 10, 10, 10. Eileen has a bingo. Lots of B-I-N-Gs coming up. Eileen, let's take a look. All right, we have 3, 6, 10, 13, and 26. 26. Oh, first number. There you go. Congratulations, Eileen. Yay. I know, you probably hear this all the time when I'm thinking the song. Is it Come On, Eileen? Number 1. Congratulations. You won bingo number 1. Congratulations. Nobody else? Double checking before I pick them up. We're going back in. Okay, Eileen, congratulations. 1 winner. Yay. Okay, I'm mixing them up. Now, as you know, and for those that are new, you can only win 1 time. So, some people, I decided, and I took a little poll, that if you win a consolation prize, let's say somebody else won with Eileen number 1, number 2, you would have got a consolation prize. If you want to forfeit your consolation prize and continue playing for the hopes to get a bingo, you can do that. Okay? If you're good with the consolation prize and you just want to play for fun or watch or whatever after that, that is fine with me. So, we'll come across that when we get there, but I forgot to mention that at the beginning. So, yay, congratulations. All right. Ready for card number 2? So excited because I love this card. So let me pull over all of the items that I used. And when I list the items, so for example, on the Christmas card class coming up, in a class, you can substitute a lot of items for it. So I will send you items. This one is not a good example because it's a lot of die cuts. So I did a lot of die cutting. There's an embossing folder and a sentiment that you would need. No, I embossed for you. You just need a sentiment. But coming forward in a class, you could substitute most items. So there's a couple items I wouldn't recommend substituting, but you could. Really? I don't know what is so different. Does everybody else hear an echo also? Oh my gosh, I don't know why. I haven't changed anything. That is really weird. Okay, I'm going to pause and I'm going to count to 5 and I want you to tell me if you still hear it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you still hear an echo or did you not hear anything? Other people don't hear an echo. I do not know why. So weird. So when it's facing me, is that when you hear it the loudest? It's better. It's okay. Now it's back. Okay. So is this better? I'm not going to change what I was doing. I want to see if you can hear me now. Okay, it's gone now. Okay, so it's gone now. You don't hear an echo. And do I still sound as close? It's really odd. Well, I did think about that, Dana. I did put a rug down, but maybe it's not big enough. It's more like a runner. Okay, so I think what's happening now is I am on that microphone instead of this one because I turned this one off, but it's softer. But you guys can hear me okay. This new program is a learning thing. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Not as close. Okay, so I'm on that microphone. I'll have to look into that, but I'm glad you guys can hear me and there's no echo. So we're going to move forward and keep going. Okay, so let me know and let me make sure you guys are not hearing an echo still because now I've switched cameras. Okay, so here is the card we're going to do now. It's so pretty. I'm going to wait just a second because I'm switched cameras and I want to make sure that didn't make a difference. You guys can still hear me okay. And I'm softer, which, okay, I will continue looking into that. Okay, you guys can still hear me. So this is, I just love this card. I love the gold. This is the distressed gold. And then, of course, the time-worn embossing folder I absolutely just love. So this is the card you will be getting. This is the list of stuff I used. So the gold DSP right here, you're going to see in the back. The gold is 4 by 1 1/8, and the DSP is 4 by 1. So let's open up project number 2. When I had the problem, I logged out, waited a few minutes, and logged back in. It was clear as a problem. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I'm just glad it's working now. I muted the microphone above, so that's what happened, but it doesn't even show the other microphone, so I will be looking into that for sure. Okay, so let's take our cord. So this is the gold cord. You know, it comes like this here, the Simple Elegant Trim. It's this one here. Okay, so we're just going to move that up there. We are using, so this is the Time Worn embossing folder. I love, love, love this one. Once the subtle one went away, this became my favorite. The dies we're using, if you remember, these dies were in a celebration. Last celebration, I believe. And they pair up with Shaded Summer, which was a stamp set that we had in the annual catalog. And now we have them both in the catalog. So look for those. I love these dies. And then Cottage Rose, I just really wanted best wishes. I think, again, this would be a really pretty wedding card. So Cottage Rose is what I used right here. But there's a lot of really fun fonts and sentiments in there. But Shaded Summer, too, have some really pretty ones, too. So you can't go wrong with either one. So let's put this over here. All right, so you have your card base. On the inside, again, I just made it kind of elegant and did white on white. So what we're gonna do, I did a little flower here, which is in your summer shadow right here. I did a little leaf. I decided to do it in gold since we have a lot of gold over here. And that's this little one here. So let me bring in my silicone mat. We're gonna take our inside panel and we're gonna add the gold strip. Again, this is that distressed gold. I love this stuff. Thanks, you guys. Lisa, I'm glad you did. All right, so let's go ahead and take our adhesive and just go straight down. And I'm just gonna add it right across the bottom. When I remember, I try to go just a little longer just because, you know, sometimes when you're cutting panels, you might just be off a tad, and I just wanted to make sure it's long enough to go over the whole thing. And then you'll see here on the inside, uh-oh, I just realized something. Okay, I'll show you in a minute because now I'm like, uh-oh. This is why I do them ahead of time. Make sure I don't miss something. All right, so here's your flower. Just make sure all your adhesive is under your flower. I just kind of roll it over there. And then, take it off the center, your little circles. And then we're gonna do some over here. I'm just gonna do glue dots right here because I don't want to tear up our little gold piece. This distressed is very thin and fine. I think it's even maybe thinner than DSP. So I'm just gonna poke that up like that. And then we'll do that one. Sorry, I got a little thrown off. My nephew just messaged me and said, "Is your daughter okay?" And I'm like, was she in an accident or what? I mean, what? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, I haven't heard from her. And I messaged her and I'm like, oh, she's camping. Okay. Don't scare a mother like that. Okay, so I've just added something, you know, just right there, a little bit in the inside. Cute, 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 cute. Yeah, I'm like, oh, don't scare me like that. So I'm like, yes. All right. So we're just going to add this in here. All right. So there's our inside. And now I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, some people get intimidated by so many little pieces, but it is so much fun. And I'm going to write a note because card number 2, okay, I don't have to worry about the inside for card 1, but where did my pen go? Oh, number 2 is I need to make sure I put your embellishments in because I don't have them in this pack for some reason. So it's okay. All right, so now what we're going to do is we have 2. We use the time-worn paper, or not time-worn, timeless Okay, it just went right out of my head, but it's the distressed kind of one that I did before. Gosh, all of a sudden it went right out of my brain. Okay, so just make sure these line up. It's listed below, I'm sure. So, you know, look at your bump there, look at your groove there. They just line up right there. So I'm going to put those there. We're going to take our leaves and let's put our things there. I'm like, oh no, where did it go? And that one here and this one here. Okay, so now we have them all. So I am going to use, what paper is the small flower? It's the same paper. Is it time worn type? Is that the paper? That's what it is. Let me look it up. I'll show you which one it is. Okay, DSP. Okay, where am I? Oh, here it is. Designer series paper. It is this paper, textured chic. That's the paper. It's the textured chic one. And it's the one with the gold polka dots on it. Okay, I knew it was time something. Okay, so that's what I used. It was, oh, this paper I have to, yeah, that's also. The gold is on the other side, okay? But because I added the gold on top, I chose this kind of a wood looking paper on the other side. Yeah, the bossing folder is the time worn type. Yep. All right. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is I mainly went on the out. Okay, I do a little bit on the inside. Okay, so because you have a lot of holes right there, and then I just kind of go up. You don't have to be, you know, exact. You have thicker pieces kind of in the middle and some on the ends. Pick and choose your, you know, your little spots that you need to put glue. And this has a nice little thick spot right there. Okay, so there we go. And then I'm going to, it goes this way. So I go start on the outside so you can make sure your pieces are going to line up. And then you can just get them, and then in the middle, they'll be fine. Now, and then I'm going to clean up my glue right here just because I'm going to be moving my stuff around. Same thing. Just kind of, you know, put it where you want. Even just a couple of dots here and there will work. All right. Again, this one's fat right there and thin right there like this is, and this little dot here. Just kind of lay them down. Okay, so there's two. And now your leaves, same idea. I do the stem, hold down the stem first, and then just kind of go on the thicker spots. Add a little bit on the outside. Doesn't have to be all over. And then I start at the stem because it really goes right on the outside. Now this little space right here, this little flower, the stem is so thin and light right there, so I just kind of put these in their spot, okay? And then I move this one over and lay it down. Okay, so just kind of move it over. I have a little tissue here. I just take off that extra glue right there. Move that. Take off right there. Okay, and now
Just kind of pat it down. And you guys know with the multi-purpose glue, it starts to get tacky, and then it's easier to just kind of pat it down once it firms up just a little bit. I tried to clean out the holes on a lot of your guys' stuff. Just kind of make sure you double check. I like to not have any of those chads in there. I like to get them all out. But there's a couple I may have just said, all right, they can pull them out because I have a lot I'm working on, and I had some help too, so a little bit of help on these. All right. Again, just kind of set that down. This one seems to just fall right in spot. Just lay it down, and this is the one I'm going to clean up a little bit. There we go. There's another one, and our last one. They sure are, Lisa. Oh, thank you, Pam. I really appreciate that. My husband gives me a bad time every month when I'm stressing out and I'm trying to get things done. And this month, I really wanted to get some classes in. I have an in-person class that I'm doing this weekend, and with the Christmas online class, and my husband's like, I don't understand why you overdo it. Honestly, the only thing I'm going to be doing in August is bingo because of the baby, and my daughter's coming for a week vacation, and I can tell you we're going to be in the pool a lot. I'm going to take my granddaughter school clothes shopping and all that kind of fun stuff. Now that my grandson's here in town, I don't get to spend, as much time with my granddaughter because she lives away. And I usually just go up and visit them. And now it's just my grandson gets so much time because he lives here. So I'm going to go and spend a lot of time with my granddaughter. We're going to get pedicures. She's 7. We're going to go shopping and just have a good time. Okay, so there is that. So now, of course, you guys know I like to work on my panel before I adhere it to my card. So we're going to just move that card base over. We're going to pull in, yay, another thing to mark off. They just didn't make it out of the envelope. Oh, Dolores, I will. I don't know. Try and turn up your volume maybe, because I know it changed a little bit. But I understand. I think it is picking up on my monitor versus above me. So I will definitely be looking into that. All right, so here are my stones. Okay, we're going to move those up there. Its fading volume was fine. Okay, you guys hear me fine. Okay, thank you. I do not know why. That is just so odd that one is working and one is not. It's just weird. But I will be definitely looking into that and getting that fixed. All right, so now we're going to put this on here and over. And then we're going to put this here. So I'm just going to, you kind of really just want to eyeball it. Again, I did make it a little long so that you can put it on and then make sure it's nice and clean edges. All right. If you guys want me to turn it back on with the echo, I will. And then just trim, I guess I could just use my scissors. Just trim off that edge. Okay, so there's that. And now you're going to use dimensionals and you're just going to pop up your flowers. Oh, okay, so with your string right here, let me put this in. You're going to tie it in a knot first. Okay, so tie it in a knot just right in the middle. Because once you start threading this open, it's going to, and see how we did it here? You're going to have just your little wispies all over. And once you start doing that, it will come undone. So you want to make sure that it is threaded. And this is just, I should have done one of these ahead. I did do some of this stuff ahead on the other cards, but I didn't think about this. So, oh, you know what? Before you do it a knot, so you should be able to undo it because it doesn't tighten really tight. So undo that. Start undoing it, and I'll show you what you're going to do. You're going to just start. There's like cotton thread in the middle of the metallic. So once you get going and start undoing this, get it down a ways. Okay, so just take a pick tool or whatever you have that is sharp. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I will definitely be looking into it, you guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know why the last video was fine and I didn't touch anything, so it's just kind of bizarre. All right, now you're going to move your metallic over. You're going to grab the cotton. Okay, it's all kind of clusters together. There's a little piece right here. And you're going to pull it right out. You're just going to pull that cotton stuff right here. You're just going to pull that right out. You don't need that. Throw that away. Now you're going to have just the metallic. There's a few strands of the cotton. Just get rid of that. And now you have the metallic. And now you're going to tie it in a knot. So tie this in a knot. All right. There we go. And now you don't have to go all the way down because, you know, a lot of this is going to be underneath your flowers, but you definitely want it enough to where your gold is going to be separated and you can move it around. So that's good on that side. And now I'll go on this side. And it's pretty quick and easy. You just have to just put it in the middle. You know, there's some things that you have to start at the very end, but really you can move down. Like it stops right there, but I'm going to move down here and it separates. Once you get your thing in the middle, there you go. See, and it comes up pretty easy. So just keep separating it. Thank you, Betty. This is the old, this is really old. This way you can't even see the words on it. But that one either. They're really old. Here we go, like this one. It's a Stampin' Up. It's just, this is what they used to call a piercing tool or a pokey tool. I don't think they called it a pokey tool. I think people that have been using it for years call it a pokey tool. But it's a piercing tool, and this is before they came out with the take your pick tool. And I just have used this for years and years and years, and I'm just very, very used to it. So I like the size. I use it for everything. So, all right, so now here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to just put some adhesive right where your flowers are going to go underneath, just like a little line. It doesn't have to be a whole lot or whatever. And so now you're going to kind of move this as you go and kind of, you know, move your stuff there. And you're going to put your flowers down. You could put a little piece of double-sided adhesive, you know, lay it over that. a little piece of tape to keep it in place. But once you start putting your flowers down, you'll see. So let's take this, and we're going to put a dimensional just in the middle for right now. We can add more to it later, but for now, we're going to move this over, spread this out a little bit, and we're going to put our flower like right there. Okay, so now you can kind of move your little threads around as we continue on. So let's put that one there. Oh geez. Have nothing better to do, people. Let me try and block this guy. All right, hopefully that helped. Okay. And so now we're gonna do the same with this one. And we're gonna put it just about, okay, we wanna spread this one out a little bit. Okay, spread it out a little bit. And I'm gonna put it right here, right there. Okay, so that's it for now. We're gonna set that aside, and let's do our sentiment. And we have best wishes. You know how movie stars used to say, you know, you have it made when, you know, you get on to Johnny Carson. And my husband told me, oh, you know, you had it made when trolls start coming on your YouTube. Yeah, I don't know about that, but. All right, so there we go. So now, what I did is I'm gonna make, if you notice on this, and this is from, where did my stamp set go? Seasonal Labels, I believe. Oh, now I'm second guessing myself. This is not Seasonal Labels. Okay, I'm going to find out and I will list it for you guys, or it should be listed. But this is a, I think it's, you know what? I think this was a retired punch now that I'm looking at it. Because I didn't realize it was retired. I think it was the Everyday Label, because I love that one. But what you want to do is just pull it in, and a lot of people have it, so bring it in and just go right up to the edges and then cut off that just to make it a little bit smaller. So when you're doing your labels and different things that you have, think about, you know, changing them up a little bit. And so now let's put dimensionals on this. And I wanted it smaller, not so big. And like I said, it was probably a retired one that I realized, but now I can't remember. But it's written down for you guys. All right, so let's, telling you, doing this and then Christmas at the same time is, okay, I'm gonna lift this up and just kind of tuck it in right about there. Okay, so this one's a little higher because this one here, I'm going to put my leaf down here, and it's the way I put my two flowers, which is fine because we're going to make some adjustments with our leaves anyway. All right, so we're going to add leaves. Let's do this one, that one, So it looks like a whole lot. I mean, once you do your die cutting and then you layer up your pieces, it's really just a matter of where you place them on your card. Get your gold trim and adjust it where you want it. We're going to see the reason you put one dimensional in the middle is we still have some space to be able to move our gold, lift this up, kind of put it where you want it. I'm going to pull this up. I want it to come up on the sentiment right there. So just kind of play with everything and just get it to where you want it to go. This one, there's a lot clustered there, so I'm going to kind of move that over. And then let's tuck that under. There. And then our last one. Thanks you guys for blocking them. I tried to block them too and reported them. All right, we're going to put this. Now remember, a little bit's hanging over the edge and that's okay. I'm going to pull this over before I stick my leaf down, just so it's kind of spread out a little bit. Okay, now if you felt that you needed to add an extra dimensional under somewhere, you could, but I really don't think I need to. Those one are going to stick it just fine. But we're going to add dimensionals on the back here. As soon as I find another one. And normally, you know, I like to add liquid glue to an embossed piece. So I'm just going to add some extra dimensionals because I want to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. And then when you put it on the card base, just make sure you stick it down pretty good. All right, so here is our card base. Just kind of center it there. All right, so there's that. And now, a huge difference is adding your embellishments. So you have two. I lost a small one somewhere, but that's okay. Well, I'll get one. So we're going to add that here. And the large one's in the middle. Look how pretty that looks. We're going to add our large stone. I'm going to add it like right here. We have a small one that's, so just be careful when you open your package that you get all your stones here. Oops. And a medium one. That's exactly what I need. All right, so there we go. So one's a little higher. I could have moved it over a little bit, which would have allowed my sentiment to come down. So just kind of, figure that out. I missed the beginning. What colors are you using? What colors? This is all DSP. It's the Timeless Chic, I think it was called. Textured Chic. Textured Chic. And then the gold is the distressed paper. So that is what that is. Okay. And then just the black ink. That's the only ink we used was the black. So there you go. All right, so that is another one. And I am going to, it's called Textured Chic DSP. The brushed gold paper. And then I gave you guys the rest of it. All right, so that is card number 2. So I hope you liked that. I think the embossing folder in white behind this is just so pretty. So yeah, I think I like this better, the layout. So I would just move this down and over a little bit, more of an like an angle like this. Think of that when you're doing it. And so you're going to be putting this kind of at the bottom of this line, so it would have been more right here. And then that way you can pull everything down, but it's just such a pretty card. So, all right. So there's number 2. So if you guys are ready, we are ready for some bingo. Again, I apologize for the volume, you guys. I'm so sorry. I reported them and blocked them too, Mary, so hopefully it'll go away. Again, for those of you that signed on after the beginning, I do have August bingo already up. So you are more than welcome to go and register for that. First number is 27. 27. Second number 16. 15. Ooh, Olivia's got a B already. First one on the board, Olivia. Mary and Patricia, both a B. Number 5. Number 5. Thanks, Carol. Lots of B's with 15. All right. Number 24. All right. 28. 28. Okay, so next bingo will be Christmas and fall, anything from the mini or the holiday items in the main annual catalog per your guys' request. Number 30. Lots of B's. Everybody seems like they're getting on. Denise with a B-I. Olivia with a B-I. And Linda. $21. Ooh, Linda has a B-I-N. Dana and Shelly both on with a B-I. Number 9. Yay, Angela. Number 10. Dana has a BIN. Shelly has a BIN. Stephanie and Linda. Oh, and Mary. Number 1. Number 7. Oh, Stephanie has a BING. Four. $22. Well, I'm going to slow down. Lots of BINs. Oh, jeez. Gotta roll again. Sorry, I'm reporting this troll again. Okay, Denise has a BING. $23. Oh, I'm going to wait a second here. I will take this one because I touched it and pulled it out. But I'm wanting to make sure nobody's calling it. And I'm a little bit behind. Or a little ahead, I should say. Trying to take care of the troll. I think I'm getting them all. All right. 29. $29. Yay, Diane. Number 19. Mary has a BING now. Denise, Sue, oh no, Sue has a BIN. BIN for Olivia. BI for Dolores. All right. 20. Number 20. Nancy Lee has bingo. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1. Nancy Lee, I don't see that you have bingo. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so Nancy Lee does not have it. So we're going to continue on. Okay, we're continuing on. So the next number is 13. There we go. Okay, B-I for Pam, B-I-N-G for Yvette, B-I-N-G for Patricia. We're getting close. A lot of people are close. Okay, next number, 6. That's okay. Diane is a B-I-N-G. Dana has B-I-N-G. Everybody's getting close. Shelly does. All right, here we go. 17. 17. Okay, B-I-N for Dolores. B-I for Diane. All right. Oh, you guys are... Jan has a B-I-N-G. Okay, don't see anybody else. The next number, 12. 12. Just a reminder, make sure you have your live chat on. Angela is now up in there with the B-I-N-G. Okay, here we go. Next number is 18. 18. Oh, Denise has a bingo. Let's take a look. All right, Denise has a 1 and a 7, a 12, a 24, and 27. Congratulations, Denise. Congratulations. Stephanie, you said you have a bingo too? On 12? It has to be 12 or before because that's when Denise got hers. You have a 1. There's no 3, Stephanie. 3 was your next number. All right. Oh, Denise, I appreciate that. That is very sweet of you. Okay, so Denise's request that she does not want the prize, she's gifting it to the next person who is not a demonstrator. And so I do have a list. So for those of you that is not a demonstrator, if you will continue playing, that is very, very nice of you, Denise. Thank you so much. So the last number called is 18. So if you are not a demonstrator, you can continue at Denise's request. That is very nice of you. Okay, so we're on 18. So everybody continue playing if you are not a demonstrator. All right, so I'm going to put another number down now. 26. 26. Thank you, Denise. It's very kind. All right. Okay, Nancy Lee. So Tracy has a B-I-N. Shelly has a B-I-N-G. Again, this is going to be for non-demonstrators to win this one at Denise's request. Okay, next number is 14. We are getting down to the numbers, everybody. Denise, I appreciate it. You're going to get some great kits too, and so thank you. Okay, Tracy has a B-I-N-G. Right, Tracy. I know there's more of you playing. Next number, 11. There are like 4 numbers left, you guys. Oh, I'm shaking them up, but there's not much there. Okay. Oh, I just 11. Bingo, Shelly. And you're Dima, correct, Shelly? Just want to make sure. So Shelly is 6. Okay, I have a glare now. 6, 11, 15. Oh, 15, 21, 22, and 21. 21, 22. Yes, okay. Congratulations, Shelly. So you won bingo number 2. So for those of you that are new, my email is marcie@marciebeseckerdesigns.com, and you can email me your list of what you would like, and I will get that order in for you. Anything over $100, I will invoice you and get your order in. So congratulations. Yay, Shelly. Again, Denise, thank you so much. That was very, very sweet of you. Yay. All right. That was fun. It's like being in a Starbucks line and somebody's paid for your drink. All right. I'm just glad to see all my numbers are in there. That's good, Dolores. All right. Let me set that aside. Number 3, card number 3. Are we ready? Everybody get a drink. I love it when UPS sends you a message. Get ready for your package. It's on its way. Hi, Debbie. Welcome. All right. So this next card is a fun fold, but it will not have a PDF. But it's super simple to look at and copy. But I will give you the measurements as we go. Well, you know what? I'll give you the measurements. If you guys want one, I can probably come up with one. But so here we are. I've been dying to use the butterflies a little bit more. So let me bring in what we're using. This is project kit number 3. We are going to use the best butterflies. We're using You're My Bestie because I just thought this was such a fun, cute set. We are going to use our Build a Butterfly, And so we'll be using that also. And we're using Parakeet Party and Fresh Freesia for our colors. And that's about it for that. Okay, so here is our fun fold. So it's just kind of, and you know, to be totally honest, let me see if I wrote this down. I did see somebody do this fun fold in the past, like just not too long ago, and I honestly did not write her name down. So I will try and find it and write it in the comments. I'm so sorry. I had it written down, but it's not right here, so I will find it and I will post it. But I just thought this was really a fun, different stamp set. We also did So Glad You Exist. So you're my bestie, so glad you exist. So I need to pull that out because I forgot I put that in it on the inside, and I thought it was kind of fun doing it sideways. So I'm kind of a little surprised there. So let's put that down. All right, so your card is going to be scored for you. So it's really going to be that easy to create your card again. So take your scoreboard or your trimmer and just mark down your scores. I can tell you it's 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored at 2 3/4, 4 1/4, 7 1/4, and 8 1/2. Okay, so those are the measurements. And then you're going to remember that your top fold is back. Okay, so when you're holding it, it's the same either way. Okay, except when you score them and fold them, your top one is back. So you're going to go mountain, valley, mountain, valley. Okay, so it's going to end up like this. So the back is in the back, the front is in the front, to the left, to the right. Okay, so that's how you're going to score it. So let's get all of our little pieces out here. Be careful of your glossy dots in here. And when you see the next card, you're going to know why this one I didn't do a lot of prep, because the next one I was like, ooh, I better do some prep work there. So we'll just get this done. I wanted this nice and bold and dark, so I did put it in my Stamparatus, I think, but we're not going to do that for video sake because it'll take a little while. All right, the other thing I want to do is get your large polka dots out and your thin polka dots. Things I should have already had out and ready, but you know. So there's your big polka dots and your little polka dots. Okay, so there's that. And then you're going to want your, I didn't do the body, but what I did do is your little line right here that just goes straight down the body right in the center there. So I want to do that. So we're going to put that there. Okay, so let's move our butterfly and our rhinestones up here out of the way. Let's first do our sentiment. And then I'm going to give you the other measurements on here too. So, okay, let's see. All right, so we're going to do our, now this one came from the seasonal labels. Okay, I don't know why I thought I did the same one, but. All right, so get it nice and inky. And if you look at the label, you're going to put the Y from your and the Y from my, and you're just going to put them right inside the little circles right on the side, the little scallop right there, and it fits perfectly. All right, so we're going to do that. And then let's take this one while we're right here. This white piece here is going to be okay, so you're going to have two white pieces. This one is going to be on the inside of your card. Okay, so let's go ahead and add our sentiment right here, which is so glad you exist. Again, we're going to ink that up really, really good. I like to take sentiments, especially towards the outside a little bit, because we tend to ink up right in the inside a lot. And just put that right close to the edge so it gives you plenty of space to write. Oh, Dolores, I'm glad you're here too. I apologize again for the sound, but I will get that fixed. Next month, I'm going to have a lot more time, so I will be working on that this next week before my Christmas class. Okay, so there's that. We're going to layer this. So before you started hearing, just kind of make sure you have everything where you want it. So, and then there are going to be a couple of different prints because I tried to use as much paper that I had. Everything has a layer. Okay, so we have our cardstock of the parakeet party. I always want to say parakeet Pete. Okay, so these sizes here are 4 1/8 by 4 1/8 for your cardstock, and then your DSP is 4 by 4. Okay, and then this one here is 2 1/4 by 4 and 2 3/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, so there's that. All right, so now what we're going to do is let's go ahead and layer these up so we can, I try to condense my pieces as much as I can to get them not to be mistakenly picked up and added to something else or whatever. And so you just kind of want to make sure that, oops, oh, that doesn't matter, but I just did my arrows, my little triangles facing that way. No particular reason, but I don't know why I said oops, I could just turn the whole square. All right, so there's that panel. But what I did do is make sure that your two pieces matched great. So if they're in a set together, your butterfly may have changed a color. And then of course these you can stamp whatever you want, but for the most part they're all the same kind of colors. It's all the same color pack. I tried to do a muted color in the front, a little more subtle, and then a lot brighter here so that this can pop. So that's kind of how I did that. And so we're just going to put this on here. You know, it's so hard when you see people create cards, and I always try so hard to write their name down, and sometimes I see it 2 months ago, and then I think, oh, I want to do that card, and then trying to find it again is crazy. And so I did write her name down, and now 10 names go in my mind right now of who it could have been, but I will find it and I will put it below. All right, so I'm going to start in the back and do the small one. So I didn't do a PDF with this because I knew I was going to give you the measurements, and the fold is, you know, I scored it for you so you can, you know, just write that down. But I was going to give you her name because I don't think she had a PDF, but she had a video, if I remember right. Okay, so I will find that. Okay, so now you don't want to put your glue on here because it's going to go like this, right? So you want to make sure that we put it here, but you also don't want to put it too close to the edge because you want to make sure that it doesn't stick out. So just kind of. Okay, you guys know that I watch TV a lot when I craft. I have to tell you, last night there was this show that I watched, and it was, okay, really quickly, you want to just kind of make sure that your green lines up here and that you leave the kind of the same amount of the spacing of your starry sky, you know, the edging, so that when you close it, it's going to be like this one. I need to pull up just a little on the edge. So see that it covers it and looks nice and you don't have it sticking out. And same with this one. You're going to add that. And so you want to add your adhesive. Anyway, the show, I don't even remember what it was called, but it was basically, oh, look, I went too close. It was basically a bunch of movie stars, either siblings or grandchildren or some relative they had that was more famous than them. And they come in and they don't say who their relative is, who they're related to. And then everybody has to kind of guess. And so you have to guess, and you have to, the contestants have to guess, and two of the Jonas brothers are doing the show, and they don't even know who everybody's related to, so it's kind of interesting. All right, so you're going to get your little butterfly. Let me put this on there, but let's also stamp our wings here. And so I want the parakeet. That's how I was, Dolores. I hadn't played with it, and I was like, man, I really want to use this set. So I thought this would be a really fun. I thought it was bright and cheerful, and I liked the fold, and I just thought it would be kind of fun. So, and I used fresh freesia. Again, you may want to change those up depending on the colors of your paper, whatever you get. And then I'm going to do, oh, this is the wrong one. That's a big one. I don't want the big one. Okay, so this one has the little bumps on it, so it's a big one. So we want to go back in, and how did I do that? You know what? I think I did use this one, and I used the die actually cuts that off when you want to. That's how it was. When you want to use them as a die instead of just stamping on paper. So I'll show you what I mean. So when you stamp this, you're going to see that it's got like a little scallop edges, like a little kind of design on the edges. But the polka dots make it look like there's a design right there, but it's really just a scallop. So when you look at your die right here, you've got a scallop. But with the polka dots like right there, it just looks like it's a different design, and it's not. So that one will go there, and then the larger wings here will go there. And then we're going to stamp in our fresh freesia. So I'm just going to put these on here and get that one. I'm going to add some tape just to make it quick so nothing gets all crazy and moves. And all right, so I'm going to die cut these out really quickly. So anything that I'm die cutting, you're going to have to, because of course I can't stamp for you. Okay, so now you need to stamp. I could have stamped on, I should have stamped on this first, but I didn't, but that's okay. So we'll just make it work. All right, so there's that one. And now let's take our little line and just kind of put it on the body. There we go. So there's our little body of our little guy. Thank you so much, Linda. I appreciate that. Oh gosh, you guys, this guy is just needs a life. Okay, I'll remove them in a little bit. If anybody else can remove all that crap, I'd appreciate it. I reported them, and yeah, like he thinks that we want this stuff on here. Okay, so here we go. Moving on. All right. Of course, I use removable Scotch tape. I just like it better than washi tape. Sometimes washi tape, oh, see, I moved a little bit, but that's okay. Washi tape just kind of gives out right away, and it just seems like this removable tape, I've used it forever, and it works really well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue. Thank you, Mary. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here in the middle, because you just want it to adhere for just a little bit, and you want the wings to go upward. Okay, so we're going to go upward. Oh, you know what's funny is I think I just used the wrong die that last time. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to look at your center of your butterfly. So let me lay that down. You just barely want it to cover because you want it to be a big butterfly. Okay, just like that. And you just look at your centers here and make sure that your V's are, lined up pretty good. And then I just take the body of it, and I put my glue right here so that you can put your body on here and just press that down. So we'll move that over for a minute. All right, so we have our panel. We have our inside stamped. Okay, so see how we did it? We just added our 2 pieces there, and now it just opens up. Okay. All right. Now we're going to add our sentiment. When it's longer, I like to put 3. And, don't pass up the seasonal labels. Look at this. It has a ton of great die labels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 labels in here. This is a really good big size one if you want to do like a scene on it and then pop it up. That was one of the things I was kind of thinking of doing. It's kind of a neat idea. I love this font. It's just fun. All right, so now let's get our butterflies in here. I'm running out of stamping room here. I'm going to move all these so I can clean them and put them away later. All right, so take your butterfly, and I like to just take something. It could be your bone folder, whatever. Just kind of, crease it in the middle just so it kind of comes up. Now you could also take your bone folder and just do the the wings just a little bit, like the top ones. Like this one I have coming straight out. They're up, and this one I curved just a little bit. And then we're going to take our glue. You could use glue dots too if you wanted, but I have my glue right here. And you just want the body. So we're going to do this right about there. You want it inside your card, of course, and then, I like it overlaying just a little bit so that it has, it just looks like it's connected. I kind of like things to touch. So it just looks like it goes together and not just out in space somewhere. Okay, so same with our butterfly here. I'm going to just kind of fold it because it is glued. And then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to curl them a little bit. Just a little. I didn't on this one. I went flat, but it's whatever. I probably didn't feel like it then. All right, and then I'm just going to put glue down the middle again. And I'm going to put it on the tail too. A little bit on the little head right there. Not much. You don't need that much. And then I want his little antennae to just go over the top of the sentiment there. I'm just going to pull them up just a little bit, like right about there. Okay, so put that there. I do too, Dolores. Me too. I love these things. All right, so You could put rhinestones down here or do whatever you want to right there, but I just chose, let's put our pretty glossy dots on. There's a lot of space right here, so I chose to do the large one and then a medium one right above it. And then take your third one, and I know they say put it in a triangle, but because these are in a triangle, I don't want to put another one down here. You could, but I decided to just kind of tuck it in up there, and so that you can see it, it's up there, but it doesn't have to be, you know, the only thing you see right there. So, and there you go. Card number 3. Now you could add a sentiment here if you wanted. This doesn't cover a whole lot, so it'd be over to the side. And I think the paper is pretty enough to be alone. So anyway, that is card number 3. So you can see the difference here between this one just being kind of flat and then this one having a curl. Even if it flattens, it kind of pops back up just a little bit. And same with this, because it's got that fold in it, you know, that little bit of a curl. So when you put it in your envelope and they pull it out, it will give it a little bit of a shape. So that is card number 3. I'm glad you guys like it. And it's such a fun fold, and I'm so mad that I let me look at my notes here, see if I wrote her name down. I know I did, I just don't know where it's at. Okay, so there's that. That's the problem when these have been done for a while. I mean, just earlier today I was like, ooh, I better look and see what cards they are, because I've been on a Christmas kick for a while here. All right, so there's those cards. Yay! All right, number 4 is coming, but we gotta get a winner first for our bingo. Let me move this out of the way and get a drink. Are you guys ready? Who's ready? I had Shelly. It's been a long time, and when I saw somebody do it just recently, I was like, ooh. It's funny, I have a binder with a bunch of fancy folds and different things in it, and sometimes I look back at that and you forget things and you haven't seen stuff in a while. All right, here we go. Let's go for a third winner. Number 30. Number 30. Oh, I'm glad you guys like it. So like I said, when you get your card base, just lay it out and get your measurements. I read them off to you, so you can always come back and get those measurements. And other than that, it's fairly easy. Just remember it's mountain first, and then you'll be good. Lots of bees. All right, second one. 13. Third one, number 2. It seems like both bingos we've played so far played almost all of the numbers. Uh-oh. Okay, we're going to go with this one. 25. Oh, now my nose is getting stuffy, you guys. Sorry. This is like week 3, but I'm finally feeling better. Every day I keep thinking, all right, I'm calling the doctor. But then it gets better. Number 3. So Mary and Dana and Patricia have bee eyes. Lots of bees. 14. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, if you subscribe, you'll get a notification letting you know when I'm live or scheduled a video. It's coming, Dolores. I can feel it. Right, this one right here. Hold on. Shake, shake, shake. 22. All right. Number 10. So for those of you that are playing joining my Christmas in July class, I am hoping to get the kits out Friday, but Monday at the latest. So they are just about done. Okay, Mary has a BIN. Tracy has a BIN. Number 7. I have an order coming tomorrow that will finish up some stuff, so. Kathy, I saw that you came on late, but I need your numbers. You never gave me your numbers. So I will use your last month's numbers. Number 8. Thank you, Dolores. For those of you that maybe don't know, but giving a thumbs up is really super helpful for my channel. And it really does help me a lot. We get a little bit of money back from YouTube for using their platform, and to me it's the easiest. A lot of people do Facebook, but for me I like YouTube because I reach more people, whereas on Facebook I don't have as many people because I do a lot of stuff through my blog and YouTube. And so, and Facebook doesn't pay you. Yay, Tracy has a BING. 23. So anyway, thumbs up really help. It just keeps my video towards the top. People, when they search Stampin' Up, my name will come up a little bit more, that kind of thing. So it's super helpful. All right. 24. Olivia's on with the B. Carol's on with the B. Tracy's in the lead. Number 6, which is so funny. You know, oh, Patricia has a BING. You know, it's so funny when you're like at the bingo hall and you have a BING. You could have it the whole game forever and then never get another number. Not to deter you, because you guys got a lot of BINGs. But it's just, don't give up if you're not up there with the BING, is what I'm saying. All right, another number. 19. 19. So, for example, I have a lot of people that paid for bingo that I have not seen comment on here. So, two things. Number one, I know there's some people that weren't going to make it but wanted the kits, so that's perfect. And then there's other people that maybe they don't have a reminder on, so they don't know. Okay, Barbara says she has a bingo. Let's see. Barbara, 7 and 8. 7 and 8, 19, 24, wow, and 30. Congratulations, Barbara. Barbara, bingo number 3. Again, Marcie at marciebeseckerdesigns.com, and message me your order and I will get it in. Anything over the $100, you guys will just pay the difference. And of course I suggest 150 because I'm doing one and you will get 3 celebration items or a $100 celebration item plus your 10% or whatever your percentage is depending on your order. And I appreciate it very much because it gives me just a little bit more and I love it. All right, that's it. I just see Barbara. Congratulations, Barbara. Yay. All right. And they're in. Okay, I don't see any more. Shaking them up for the last one. And yay. Take a quick break, have a drink. Talking to myself here. You guys are able to do it the whole time. So Barbara, Shelley, and Eileen. Shelley, I don't know if you've played before, but Barbara I don't think has. I think you guys are both new. I'm not sure. You know, a lot of people come through, so it's funny because my husband's always asking me, how many people are playing? What's going on? How does it work? But you get so many people that can't do it every month. And so some people come in and then some people don't play and then new people come. And if you had everybody at one time, whew, that'd be a lot of people. So it's kind of fun to watch, you know, people that can play and can come back that haven't been able to. So I appreciate those of you that play all the time. I appreciate it very, very much. And for those of you that are new, I really appreciate you giving me a try and coming and playing along. So we are going to do project number 4, our last project that is on back order until the 25th now. So that's my note for you guys. Stephanie, you are way behind. Make sure you pull your bar up. So you're current. Remember, live chat and pull that bar up. If you went out and came back in or paused or whatever, you need to pull that bar so you're current. Diane, you also. So I want you guys to have your chance to be able to be in. Some people are airhead. Oh, Kathy, that's okay. Make sure you're subscribed and you'll get a notification. So I hate when I see people that forget. But like I mentioned before, you're still going to get your card kits, and your $35 really is the same cost I charge for a class. I really don't want to up my cost of bingo if I can help it. So right now, as long as I still get a certain amount of people, I don't really care to make money. I'm not doing this to make money, just so you guys know. I do it to make sales. So the projects that I need to create with and the product I create with, I buy for you guys. And so I'm not wanting to make a lot of money. I don't want to go over. I want to come out even would be perfect. Making a little is good because I give gifts and things like that in your packets and that kind of thing. So anyway, this is only my second time. I did a few months ago and absolutely love the kits. My cards look so professional and polished. Oh, thank you, Shelly. I appreciate that. Okay, let's get to project number 4. It is so much fun. I love this, love this, love this. I highly suggest everybody buy this. So here we go. Okay, so this is our adorable card. And so there's some technique to it. I especially want to share how to do the camper. This looks like it's black right here on video. It's not, it is a shadow, but I'm gonna show you what I did to create all the accents that I did. You can choose anything to be your curtains. I chose the blue arrow from the butterfly set because, you know what, Kathy, just go ahead and give me your numbers, what you want. You were in the middle of the last game, so I had to say I would choose your last numbers, but give me your numbers now because you didn't give them to me for this month. Okay, so I will show you how I did this, but you can change that. I decided to do the dark blue just because of the sky and kind of tied that in. So I used a couple different sets here. This is project number 4. So this is the stamp set that I told you that is back ordered right now. So this stamp set is totally worth it. And then the dies that come with it, look how many dies there are. This is a celebration item, you guys. So for $100, get this set. There's a dog, there's a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. This right here is the little wood pieces here and the little tree stand. But look at this. When you die cut it out, it kind of looks like a dragonfly. So my team is dragonflies, so I noticed that right away. So these are a couple things to think about. Fun sentiments. Look at the light, string of lights. So much fun. The shaded trees. I mean, there's just a lot in this set. Okay, so totally worth it. You get a wreath, a bow, you get stars. So many things that you can get. Little banner. Anyway, so worth it. So I highly recommend this set. I also used ocean front just for these little rocks. You really don't have to. You could do these little rocks with just cutting them out and adding a little texture on them like this, but you can get this from any set. Let's see, I have this and saw a really neat idea for a trailer on Pinterest where the silver paper was used for the trailer to look like. Exactly, Shelly. The other thing you could do is you could use silver to do your little wheel well and to do this. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. I try to make it a little more simple. I say that, but you know how my things are. But 26, 19. I'm getting it, Kathy. Thank you. 29, 10, and 2. So that you don't have to use so many things because I already use a lot. So, you know, something to think about. I try not to do the silver when you could use other things. Okay, so the other thing I used is the Charming Sentiment. I just thought this would be a great masculine birthday card. So that being said, you could take the curtains out and not put curtains. Or you could take a ruffle out, just cut a little piece of a DSP, a plaid or something, and go straight and make it just like a valance without you know, the scallop on it. And then of course the die set to go with the wishing you the happiest of birthdays. Okay, so we've got some technique going here. So let's put that right there so you can see it. Oh, Denise, you're gonna love it. It's so much fun. I, again, get the die set while it's still there. I'm surprised that didn't go first because there's just so much into this. All right, so I don't want to forget, I did use some Link Estella on here. All right, I got to get my little drapes out, my little valance out of here. So don't lose that. Okay, so again, that's from the butterfly paper. Now, this paper is from the free paper, the Rings of Love. So don't forget that. I don't have the stamp set yet. Oh yeah. Because I think the little paw prints are, oh yeah, the little paw prints. Look how cute. Yep, so cute. And this is like snow, or you could do this as ornaments on your tree. There's so much to do. Anyway, okay. So first thing let's do is move this aside and let's color our piece here. So I'm going to bring in what I think is my last piece. Oh no, got a little bit left. Okay, so we're going to bring this in. we're going to bring in our blue and our yellow. Okay, so I believe I used crushed curry, and I'm going to say Night of Navy. Now that I'm looking at this, you know, this is the problem. Pool party. I wrote down colors. Yep, Night of Navy and crushed curry. Yay! All right, so let's put that right there. Over here. I kind of tried to come close so you guys could see it a little bit better, but all right, so let's do our yellow first. Okay, so let's take our piece of crumb cake. So in the inside, we're gonna do our green and our white. Oops, you don't need all my scribble. Our green and our white. So let's take one green and our white. You know what, we're gonna do this really quickly first because I don't want to grab the wrong green, and you know how that goes. So let's just get this glued in so we can, I like to minimize my pieces all over. And let's just put this right here. So I try to put them on the inside of the card for you when I give you your kits, and that's where this was, on the inside. So let's adhere that down. Again, this is a masculine card. You really don't have to put anything on the bottom on the inside. If you want to stamp the little dog prints with, put the dog inside, or you know, something like that, that would be fun. All right, you could even add a little strip of the trees, that background, and put it across the bottom. All right, so there's that. Let's not worry about that. This piece is going to have our DSP on it. Your white piece is going to be for you to stamp your trees, your sentiment, and your lights right here. Okay, so we're going to put that there, and we're going to move this aside. So now we have our hills in the background, and I want it to be quite a bit. Okay, so I'm going to start it up here, and I'm going to pull it, the top part, towards me. Okay, because what you want is you want this dirt to show and be kind of a rough, you know, piece there, and you can just kind of, you know, get whatever you want. Now you could also turn this over. Okay, so figure out which piece looks good, what you want. Think about, you know, where your camper's gonna go and your trees, and I'm good with this piece. So, and it doesn't matter the size, you're gonna do your rocks from here, so keep that piece. And then this is gonna go on top of this piece, okay? So don't cut it short yet. Wait a minute and see. Okay, I was looking. Oh, I don't know where Debbie went. Okay, so hold off. We're going to put that aside. And now let's get back to this piece. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take this piece and just kind of figure out about where it's going to go. I'm going to line this up on a piece of paper. And then I'm going to just kind of get an idea of how far up, if very far. And so I'm going to go probably right about there. So I'm looking at the 3, okay, just because I put it up on that second line. So now I'm going to get my crushed curry. And now I'm going to just get my blending brush, and I'm going to hold this down and right around the 3. It doesn't have to be perfect. I want this kind of dark. So just keep going. Now I'm going to start on this side so I can bring in the darkness from both sides and just kind of go dark. If it goes down a little bit too much, that's okay, because you're going to just put that paper over it. But you don't want to have any holes showing. Okay, so that's good right there. I'm fine with that color. You can go as dark as you want. I just didn't want it like a soft saffron. I want it, or so saffron, I want it kind of bold. So there's that. And now I'm going to come in with Night of Navy. again, start off and come on, and remember, if it goes over the yellow a little bit, that's okay, because that's kind of how the sky is, right? And I wanted the dark to be dark. I want it to be nighttime sky. So I'm going to let go of this and kind of really ink up my blending brush. And now I'll go back down and see how you can get it really dark, and just keep going over. I like to go in circular motions, and you can see that light spot right there, so I'm going to come down a little bit more. Just a little bit, and now I'm going to kind of try to go back and forth. Okay, so it kind of looks like a horizon right there. That noise outside is my husband with the trash cans. He went to a golf tournament yesterday morning over on the coast. So he's been enjoying nice weather for the last couple days. And of course, I was in here till 2 a.m. last night having fun. Okay, so there's that. Oh man, am I popular tonight? Report. Sorry, you guys. What a pain. Like, they think we're going to leave it on there, or they think somebody's going to click on it. What a bunch of hoo-haws. Okay, so there's that. Now we can worry about where our dirt goes, okay, where our ground goes. So let's move that aside. And right now I'm going to take our ocean front, or any set that you have that has some, oh, I already took them out. Where are they? Oh, right here. There's a lot on this set, so I took them all out and put them here. Okay, so any set that has a lot of detail to it, any kind of a grunge, like gorgeous grunge, remember that? So anything that has speckles or dirt, or, you know, just make it look like dirt. And they don't have to be exactly all right by each other, but I kind of like to overlap a little bit, because then, and you could stamp some off. I think that's what I did. I think I stamped some off, and then I did some directly. So stamp and then not, and then stamp, and then, you know, take it, kind of go back and forth, but kind of change your movement where you're at, so that it's not all direct, but it still has a lot of stamping on it. Okay, so there we go. Just give it some texture. You're going to cover it up with a lot of stuff anyway. Oh, while we're here, let's do our rocks. So, and you can use soft suede, you can use, you know, whatever you want. So we're going to move that aside and bring in our scrap piece. And now we're going to do our rocks. And I'm going to do them, let's see if I want them in this. Yeah, so I did crumb cake, but then I chose, because I'm doing them a little darker than I did last time. So I'm going to bring in soft suede so that I can make the speckles on the rocks just a little bit darker. So stamp it over and see if that works for you. Remember, you're cutting these out, so okay, so there you go. Do a little bit more. So, okay, so there's your rocks. Just make them look a little realistic. All right, so there's our brown. So now what you're gonna do, we're gonna cut those out, but let's bring this back in. And now what you're going to do is you're just going to align this up and figure out where you want it. So think about putting this on a line so you know how far down the bottom is. And then just kind of play with it. I want quite a bit of dirt, because your seam is really down here. You're going to put your lights here, but you kind of want a lot of dirt. So I'm going to put this right here, I think. Okay, so I'm good with this. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna do it on the brown versus on here because I kind of have an idea. My fingers are right here, so it doesn't have to be straight, right? Because it's just a dirt. Okay, so there we go. Oh, you know what? Because I'm doing both the top and the sides, I'm gonna go to my side and go down and right here and go down. Okay, so there's our piece right here, so we can put that aside. All right, now we need to cut out our rocks. All right, so now remember, just take your scissors and just make them jaggedy. Make them look like rocks, right? Now, I'm going to put the first one, the little one, is going to be kind of a full rock, okay? And just kind of come around the corner like it's a rock. All right, so there's one. Your other one has now this cut out of it, but you can still make this look like a regular rock. So just kind of go around. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you do want to make sure that you're picking up all the brown and not just all the crumb cake around it. And just kind of go like that. So now you can tell that this is where that was cut, but when you put this on here, you're going to overlay that and just tilt this one so that this big piece is on the ground and you won't even know. So we'll put those aside. And now we're going to bring this in because we need to do our trees. So I'm using garden green, and I did the medium and the large tree, or the medium and the small, because the large is pretty big and it's pretty fat, and I wanted, you know, there's a lot of space for the camper. So we're going to bring this back in. Okay, now this is our scratch paper to use for everything. So let's use our, I already did our sentiment, which is right here. So don't worry about that. We have that done already. And then our trees, what you're going to do is, it's easier for me to do the dark first. So I'm going to take the stick, the inside, because it's darker, and I'm going to put this on. And we did 2 of the mediums. Okay, and remember, you want to go across because you need space for your lights and your sentiment. All right, so we did 2 of those. And then we did 1 small one. Okay. Now those were just first generation stamping, and now we're going to do second generation stamping. So you're going to take the solid image, and what I do is I don't hold it on the paper, because if you hold it on the paper, it's going to suck up your ink. So I just get it really wet, stamp and up, and then come over, and you can see your dark way better than you can see the light and align your darker image, except I should have put my squishy thing under here, but that's okay. I've already done them. I'm just going to show you. So again, you're going to ink it up, stamp down and up, and then come over and put your tree down. Okay, so you can see it much better than doing it the other way. All right, and then same thing here, stamp down and up, and then come over, kind of align it, and there you go. When you do the tree first, it's a little harder to get your center just so in there in your branches and everything. So that's a little tip that helps. Okay, so now we need to do our lights. So we're gonna bring in our memento. I love making scenes. You guys know I love making scenes. So much fun. But sometimes it's like you don't want to go over and overdo it. So I'm just going to do one because I already have one done. So I just want to show you a tip on this also. So when you're doing your lights, when you die cut them, you want your die. I'm not going to cut my trees. I already have those cut. I just want to show you how to do it. But your die for this, when you put it on here, you think, oh, okay, yeah, that's good. You want your lights to be at the very bottom of this right here. Because otherwise, look at this one. See how my line got a little bit cut off and how much white I have down here? It's because I didn't know. And so I had to take my black marker and kind of fill in my line because I cut it off. But, which, you know, I left it that way because I wanted to show you, I wanted it to remind me. And so you know, you could use your pen and you can, you know, make up the difference, or you can try and get your bulbs there right at the bottom. So again, I'm going to take a piece of tape and tape that on there and cut these out because you need two of them. And I only cut out one because I wanted to make sure I showed you that. And then you're going to use your dark Daffodil Delight. All of a sudden that name sounded weird, like that's not right, but it is. So you're going to take your Daffodil Delight. Let's get our lights. See, now I almost went too far down on that one, but it's still there, so I'm fine with that. So we're going to bring in all of our little pieces. I even did rocks already, but that's okay. And here are our trees. So we're going to take our lights, and you're going to take your Daffodil Delight. I just took the small edge and I just colored the lights in. I think I did the So Saffron on this one, but I wanted them darker. So you can do whichever, you know, whatever color you want. You could even make them Christmas lights. I didn't want to do this as Christmas. I wanted to do it as more of a masculine birthday. And so you can choose whatever you want, but if it would be kind of fun to do it as a Christmas. And then there's those other Christmas lights in that other stamp set. Okay, so now we have everything. We just need to put it together. So now I'm going to show you why you have so many pieces over here. So with your trailer, if you have the black and you put it in the back, you're going to have your black post. So just make sure everything is aligned up right so you don't see that black outline. And then you're going to cut the blue off. Okay, so this is Pool Party. And you're just going to cut that off right along the edge of the camper. So now you have your black right there. Okay, this is what you could do with silver if you wanted. And then the wheel, I wanted my tire black. So take this and you can see that there's like a score line right there. So just take this and go around it to take the tire off. So try to make it smooth if you can. Oop. So make your circle smooth. And then cut that off. Okay, so now you have a little bit of a wonky one, so fix it. All right, so now that can go right in the middle. Once you lay it down, you can really tell if it's not crooked, if it's not kind of circled looking. There we go. Now, and you could, you know, cut the door open and make the door open and close, whatever you want, but, you know, in bingo, I don't want to get too crazy. Okay, so we're going to put that on there. We are going to add our silver, so let's just use our glue. Oh, and one more bingo, you guys. Hang in there. All right, so this is going to go right like this. There's score lines. You can see where it goes. Oops, you don't want it on there. You want it on here. Okay, so we're going to lay that here and up there. So just kind of use glue so you can just kind of wiggle it right into place. Okay, same with this one. And if you joined late, the August bingo is already up and ready to go. So you can sign up for that. It will be holiday, Christmas and fall. Whatever's in the holiday catalog is what I'll use. All right, so there's that. And now we are going to add our black. And remember, you have more down here, so you want to make sure you add your glue on here. You don't want to add it on your post or anything, on your hitch or whatever that is. I have a trailer and I don't even know. Okay. My husband wanted to take our RV to Montana, which is a 2-day drive. And I said, I like the idea, but not when we're waiting for our child to give birth. I don't want to be on the road 2 days away, and I just want to fly and get there and spend our time there, not traveling. And so he finally agreed. Okay, so I want to slide it down, make sure I have everything even. Okay, there's that. Now we're going to, let's get rid of those 2 pieces. We are going to add our curtain on here. And this is going to be a really easy thing. You want to make sure that your yellow is going to fit, okay? You might need to cut that out so that it can fit on there, but I thought I did it pretty good to get it to fit in and you not have to cut it. So this is going to secure this, but right now we just want to get a little bit of glue right here to put your curtain on, okay? So usually my pokey tool has some kind of glue on it. If not, I touch it on my glue so I can just lay it down there. Okay, so now my little curtain's showing, but you can tell right here my little scallop is up, so I want to push this down a little bit so it kind of looks even. I'm going to move it that way a little and down. There we go. So that's good. And then we can push it down a little farther so it's on there. You just don't want it to fall out, so be careful. Even when you put this on there, if it's too far down, but this looks pretty good. All right, now you don't want to put this on the yellow because of course the yellow is going to show through the window. So you want to go close to your window. Let me wipe that off. You want to go close to your window and around here, around the door, and right here. I'm going to put a couple dots across your curtain because that you definitely don't want that to go anywhere. And then right here, okay? So you don't have to put a whole lot anywhere else. You just want it to be tight on there, okay? Then put that on here. Okay, so it doesn't have to be straight. You just want it to show through. So there's your camper. So we're going to add our dimensionals. And I like to add them around the yellow just to make sure that it's going to hold, everything's going to be held on really well. And then I take a little one and I put it on the tire. Hello. Put it on the tire. And then right on this, I took some scissors and I just take the littlest strip, like so little. Just go down. Okay, so now I have this little tiny strip. It doesn't need to be much. It's just enough to hold down your little, I don't know if this isn't a, I guess it is a hitch because this is what you, okay, so see? And now I don't need anything there. It's not super heavy or anything. I'm not worried about that. So I have that down. I'm mostly worried about this little tiny piece because it can catch. All right, so now we can put our trailer on. And you want it kind of close over here because you've got a lot of stuff going on here. Okay, you want to make sure you have room for your lights. And then let's put our sentiment on. That'll go towards the top. Such a fun set. There are so many really, really cute things. And your trailer, you're right, you could do it like an Airstream. I thought doing it like red and silver would be fun. Kind of retro. Ooh, my stomach's growling. Kind of retro, and there's so many things you could do. All right. I almost did this one navy, but then I thought, or night of navy, but then I thought, oh, that's kind of a dark card, so I changed it up. All right, I'm going to put this up close to the top because my lights, I want my lights to go right there, and it's not going to use a whole strand, so just kind of figure out where your strand's going to start and stop. I wanted a light to be on the end, and then what you could do is we're going to cut this strand right here, this little edge piece off. So cut that off straight up, and then we're going to lay this right here. Make it be a little higher. I kind of did it right where the glow of the lights would be what's glowing on the ground. And then you can take this and either just go right underneath, right on top, whatever, and then continue your lights so that they go all the way across. So let's glue these down. And I just put glue right on the light, on the bulbs. You don't really need to have it on the string. It's not going anywhere. Okay, so there's that. You want to be careful how you angle it because your other lights are going to come right up. So I want right there. I want to make sure that one's on. Okay, so there's that strand. And now we can do this strand, and it doesn't have to be a consistent like this. It could be kind of swayed a little bit. There's also a pole in here. There's a pole right here that you could put a pole and do your lights, but because we have so much going on here, I decided to just make them go across. Now before I add this one, I want to put my trees on. I'm going to put one tree back here so that's kind of up, and the lights are going to go right across the front of it. So my other big tree is going to go over here. So I want this one to go like right here. And you can have it kind of up high, kind of like it's in the background. We're going to put dimensionals on these. I hate when it picks up the paper underneath. And then just put one kind of up here. chunky one. We'll put another big one. All right, so, uh-oh, see, it picked up that paper. There you go. All right, now we're gonna put our tree down and put it right about right here. And then same this one. I overlap them a little bit just so it kind of looks like, you know, more realistic. You don't want them right next to each other. All right, now let's get our rocks in here. Here's two right here. And they're gonna overlap the tree. So you wanna put your dimensional on the bottom. So I'm gonna go with half dimensional right here. And I'm gonna put it on the bottom. Okay, and then same with this one. Put it towards the bottom, and this is gonna overlap right here. So you want it towards the bottom and to the right. Okay, so let's put this one first. Are you guys still with me? Everybody got quiet, it's getting late. All right, so we're gonna just put these rocks down here like that. And then put this one. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue right here, just so that kind of lays over. All right, so there we go. Oh, good. I want to make sure that troll didn't get you guys. All right, so now we're gonna finish our lights. So we're gonna put this one here, and we're gonna go to right about there. So I'm gonna add a little bit of glue on the end and then on the lights. And I'm gonna do a little bit right here because we don't have a light bulb there. So we're gonna kind of go, I wanna go right across the tree. So it kind of looks like that tree's in the background. Okay. And now just make sure everything's on there. And then I like to turn it over and then cut your little extra pieces off. All right, so there we go. So there's that. Now before you add that on, I took some Wink of Stella to just make it kind of look nighttime. The more you shake it up, the more you get your, you know, your mica flakes in here, your metallic to show. I should have done it before I did my sentiment. So this is what we're gonna do. I don't want it on my sentiment, so just cut off your sentiment and then just rub it off. It'll come off. Be careful because you've got those little tiny ends. Okay, so rub that off. This is how you make a mistake and fix it. So I'm gonna rub that off, okay? Same thing here, you're gonna rub it off. Now remember, you've got your ink under here, so you gotta kind of be careful. Okay, so there you go. That's how that is. Oh, Linda, you're welcome. Okay, so now, before you add your sentiment, ta-da. All right. So now you're gonna do this. Okay, so what I like to do normally is, I have this right here. I do it on here because it wipes up. And I just kind of bring a little bit out. Okay, and then I flick it. And then I kind of scoop it up because I want bigger drops. And then I do some hard hitting here. And see, I should have done that. I should have covered that up. Darn it. I didn't cover that up. You want to do it before you add this stuff on, and I screwed up. Sorry. But you don't want to wipe it because it'll just come out a disaster. So don't wipe it. But you should have not watched me and covered your trees. Not necessarily your trees, because it could be snow, it could be whatever. So we're going to go with snow. This is stars. This is snow. Okay. Yay. All right, now we're going to put our sentiment back on. Okay. Just a few dimensionals that we had to practice with, and now put them back on. All right. Now it's a snowy day. Now we could use that snowy stuff, and I'm wondering, and I haven't tried it yet, but if we took that snow stuff and added a little bit of water just to make it a little runnier, to, oops, too close, to add a little bit of water to make it a little runnier, to add so it can do this and be snow, and then heat it. So that will be coming in a video because I'm anxious to see if that works. All right, now we are going to, it's bumpy. There's a lot of stuff on the front, but I liked, and I could have put it on the green already because I don't mind, and you're seeing the stuff on there, and that's okay. All right, so now, so in my videos too, down below, you guys will see links to all my classes and that kind of stuff. So a lot of times people will say, where's your link? How do you get there? It's all below in my videos. So that should help. All right, now I'm going to turn this, I'll put it right here, over. We're going to do the same thing and attach it. There's a lot of stuff on it, so I'll do one in the middle. I wiped that off. And I like to hold it from the sides, that way I can look at the bottom and the top and the sides. And then I let go of one to make sure that's okay, and then we're good. All right. There you go. That is stars, snow. So that's the difference. Because that's what we made it. Well, thanks, Linda. Thank you, Denise. Fireflies. I would love to see fireflies someday. We don't have fireflies here. We have flies and mosquitoes. They love me. Mosquitoes love me. I told my husband it's because I'm so sweet. He's like, oh, they don't bother me. And I said, no surprise. No, just kidding. So that is card number 4. So we'll take a look at all of them at the end. And we are ready for our last bingo. So isn't that cute? Like I said, you could cut out the door. You could make it, you know, you could have the dog like peeking out from behind the trees. I mean, there's so many things you could do. But think about that before you put your card together, because I don't know, is the dog facing this way or facing this way? I think he's facing this way. So he could be coming out there, or, you know, his head could be poking out of the trailer. There's so much stuff that you could do that is a lot of fun. So, you know, think about that when you're looking at it and deciding, you know, where you want your images to go, what you want your, you know, your view to be on your scene. And that goes for any kind of scene. Okay, so let's move that. All right, good luck, everybody. Last bingo. Thanks, Dolores. Thanks, Dana, Tracy, Barbara. I appreciate it. Thank you, Diana. All right, so here we go. Obviously, if anybody is interested in joining my team, I would love to have you. There's a great special going on right now. You can get a planner. Also, if you join now, people don't understand this. If you join now, You have till December to come up with your first quota. And by then, guess what? You'll see the new catalog coming for January and the rest of the new celebration. So oh, thanks, Denise. Thank you, Pat. Good night, Lisa. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys watching, and definitely the ones participating. I appreciate that. All right, number 8. So if you are interested, just let me know and then we can talk about it. Oops, let me move those down just a little bit. All right, next, 29. Linda is on the board with a B. And Pam. And Carol. Ooh, Linda's already got a BI. 26. Yay, Kathy. Number 2. Thanks again, you guys, for the thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. $21. Thanks, Sharon. Ooh, Kathy, BIN. 16. Okay, I'm going to slow down just a bit. Remember, it's the first person who calls bingo that has it. So even if I'm at this point and you're here, because of the closed captions, there's quite a bit of a delay. But I don't want you guys sitting here waiting. So I try to do it at a decent pace for you. But I really do want to do the closed captions for those that have requested it. So, okay. 22. Oh, we have a lot of dragonflies. We actually live on, we have like a little lake behind us, but it's like a ponding basin kind of lake. And they come out and do the abatement, the city does and all that, but they release fireflies. They release dragonflies to get the bugs. And so we don't have any problems at our house. 23. My son lives a mile away and he has a lot of mosquitoes at his house sometimes. And we're very lucky. That was my main concern when we moved here. And we have not had any problems with that. All right. Number 1. Oh, I would love to. Does Montana have fireflies? I was in Montana. We were out at night and I didn't see any, but I wonder if it's a special time of year that you see them. I would love to see fireflies. Number 11. I just watched a show called Firefly Lane, and they had them all over. It was so pretty. Who saw Where the Crawdads Sing? Oh, I read the book and the movie I thought was good. I thought they ended it very well. Number 15. Sue has BIN. Linda has BIN, and there's a lot of BIs. Stephanie has BIN. Okay. Number 10. Fireflies. I want to see fireflies. I'm in California. I don't think we have them. I've lived here my whole life, and I don't think I've ever seen them. Oh, Barbara. The book is so good. Sue and Kathy, both with the B-I-N-G. Come on, Tracy, with the B-I, Mary, B-I-N. Oh, Barbara, you'll have to let me know how you like it. I really enjoyed it. 5. Read the book before the movie. Although I thought the movie was good. Yeah, Angela, I read the book a few years ago too. I just don't have time to read much anymore. I usually read by my pole, but I haven't been doing that either much. 13. My poor book's been through like 5 people, and I read it in the poll, so it's kind of like a little distressed, I guess you could say. A little waterlogged, but still perfect shape. 17. All right, lots of BIs coming in. Let's see. I'll make sure I had everybody written down. Oh, Dolores, Where the Crawdads Sing. I don't know if somebody can write that for her if she can't hear me. 12. I'm going to wait just a bit because I want to make sure you guys can, in case there's a bingo. Some BINs from Jan and Angela. Number 14. Is anybody going to on stage in Anaheim? Thanks, Denise and Angela. I was going to type up on my keyboards over here and I'd be all leaning over. Ooh, some BINs popping up. There we go. Finally got somebody's number. Nancy Lee's on this time. B-I-N-G and Jan. Okay. Oh, Dolores, it's good. Number 4. Oh, I forgot she can't hear me. I will definitely be looking into my sound, you guys. I don't know why my volume is way over on the other microphone, so I'll have to fix it because it's not even listed. Oh, Dana, I will be there. I hope you go. All right, next one, number 7. I remember when we used to go to conventions and it was only in Utah. They had it at the convention center. We stayed at the hotel across the street. But now they have all these different local things and stuff. Ooh, lots of BINGs. All right. Ooh, Jan has bingo. Jan. Let's see. Where are we? Trying to look under my names. Jan. Okay, here we go. 14, 24, 5, 7, and 17. Congratulations, Jan. Whoop, whoop. Let's see. Number 4. So we had some new people winning. Congratulations. Wow, you guys, there were so many people on that I was surprised that we didn't have a couple people at a time. So that was, we had some really good bingos. There was a lot of numbers played. So that's always good because then I'm just making sure, just Jan, yeah. Yay, congratulations. Yippee. Sue has it? Oh, did I miss Sue? Hold on. Oh, Sue, okay. Sue, okay, here we go. 4, 11, 15. 4, 11, 15. Sorry, I did not see it. 11, 4, 15. 4, 11, 15, 21, and 26. Sorry, Sue. 21. Well, that makes more sense because I was like, there we go, bingo, yay, Sue. Thanks, you guys, for pointing that out. Mary, I appreciate that. I maybe didn't win bingo, but was a winner just being here. Congrats, winners. Oh, Dolores, thank you. Okay, so Sue, let's see, who called it first? I have to go back and look. Jan called it first, so Sue gets a consolation. All right, I have that written down. Sue, your consolation prize will come in your kit. So I have your guys' kit all done and ready. I want to double check on that one embellishment that I just lost mine and didn't short you guys and an iridescent gem because that's what was missing. So let me scroll back down to comments here. Oh, thanks, Angela. Thanks, Carol. Good night, Mary. I know you're way over on the other side. It's late for you. Oh, Jan, I appreciate that very much. Thanks, Tracy. So, again, just to recap our cards, we had card number 1. You know what? I'm going to show them all down below just so you guys have an image. So when you're making your cards, if you have to refer to them, I just grabbed one. It could be the first one or the second or the one we did. I don't know. I just grabbed one. So let me show you really quick. So here we go. So we have card number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So there is your look at that. I'm glad you guys had a good time. I really appreciate you guys participating and being part of my bingo. I do appreciate it very, very much. I always look forward to this. I'm debating on stage in Arlington and Anaheim, probably Anaheim. Perfect. I'd love to see you, Dana. Make sure, if you guys are going, make sure you come and say hi to me because I don't know what you look like. So, but I'll know your name when you tell me, so let me know. Thank you again so much. August bingo again is going to be August 23rd. There's a link below. You can go to my blog like normal. Please make sure when you register, if you're not paying right away, just leave me a little note in the note section. That way I don't have to, I know you know about it and didn't forget or wasn't sure how to do it. When you register, you can go to when you go to the form and register and you click the text below the picture, that opens up the form and then just scroll down more and you pay at the bottom. It's all in the same place. Yeah, your guys' packages, your labels are done. I'm going to put them on tonight. The packages, everything's already in the package and ready to go. And so they should go tomorrow as long as your gems are in there. So I'm going to double check to make sure. And those are going to be out. And then I'm going to package up the Christmas, and what I have left I'm getting tomorrow, and I will get those all done for you and get those packaged and sent out if you are doing my Christmas in July. If you are not doing my Christmas in July, but would like to, I am out of kits. However, I am going to be selling the video link. So it's a private video for the class. So you will have the link, and you can get the PDF. I have two PDFs, and one of them is going to be totally worth it for you. So it's it's like a pop-up fancy fold 3D kind of thing. That's the best I can explain it. But it's totally worth it. We are going to be using the barn set with that project, but you can use other stuff. So if you don't have the barn, do not let that detour you. You can use a lot of different things, and I even have examples of other ones so that you can use other stuff. So that is it. You guys have a great rest of your night. So sorry again about the volume. I'll get that fixed. I'll get the timestamps below and get those out to you. Thank you so much for joining me. I will not be live tomorrow. I will see you on Sunday. Bye, everybody.